Ready for day 16 of Advent? We're reading from the book Charlie and Noel, an Advent calendar story by Franziska, Macur. Day 16, or December 16th, the Star Child. Everything was going great. Charlie felt like he was on top of the world. Nothing could stop him now, or so he thought. On Monday, Charlie woke up not feeling well. When he finally managed to put his clothes on and go downstairs to the kitchen, his dad took one look at him and carried him straight back to bed. His mom brought him some tea and took his temperature. They said Charlie had to stay in bed for a few days. Charlie felt miserable. He couldn't go and work with Mrs. Grayer, and he was worried that he might not be fully recovered for Sunday's event. "Is there anything else I can bring you, Charlie?" asked his mom. Charlie nodded his head. His throat felt really sore, and it was hard for him to speak. "Could you bring Noel up?" "The donkey?" his mom asked. Charlie nodded again. "Sure thing," she said, and she went to the living room and brought up Noel. It made Charlie feel a little better to have some company. Even though Isabella often got on his nerves, he missed having her around now that his parents said it would be better for his sister not to visit him in his room. Noel gave him a compassionate look. "Should I sing something for you?" he asked. Charlie got out a little giggle. "Well, no offense, but donkeys are not really known for their singing. Could you tell me a story?" Noel pretended to be a little offended, but he turned around pretty fast to start his story. "Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was all alone. She had nothing else but the clothes she was wearing and a little piece of bread. She was a very good and faithful girl, and even though it seemed that the world had forsaken her, she trusted that God had something good in store for her. It was Christmas Eve when the girl walked into the country, not knowing where God would lead her. She met a poor shepherd who asked her for something to eat. She reached into her pocket, gave the man her bread, and said, 'When Jesus was born, you ran to greet him. I wish I could greet you with more than this, but it's all I have.' And she went on her way. Then came a child who had just finished cleaning the little stable his family owned. The child was shivering, and the girl took off her cape, gave it to him, and said, 'Jesus was born in a stable like this because a kind family gave Mary and Joseph a place to stay. I wish I could cover you with more than this, but it's all I have.' And she went on her way. When she walked a little farther, she met two other children who were herding an ox and a donkey and who were freezing cold. So the girl gave them her jacket and her dress. 'An ox and a donkey watched over Jesus when he was born. I wish I could protect you better, but it's all I have.' Now the girl had only her undershirt left, and she went into the forest to hide. And as she so stood and had nothing left, she suddenly saw a fir tree, which is like a pine tree, and it was covered with stars. When she got closer, she looked, and she saw that the stars were made of pure gold. She gathered all of the gold into her shirt, and she was rich the rest of her days. When Noel looked up from his story, Charlie was fast asleep. Sleep tight, Charlie. I hope you feel better soon. Here's family talk for December 16. What cheers you up when you are ill? What do you do for others when they're not feeling well? Here's something else that you might want to do. Why don't you donate something to Goodwill? Or your thrift store, local thrift store, something that you maybe no longer need, or clothes that don't fit you anymore. Someone else could be using them. Or another activity is you could make a get well card for somebody who's not feeling well right now.